rid of the pads, Johnny?
Get out of here, pads.
John, why don't you say a little bit of what happened yesterday with the allergies and stuff?
Oh, so normally I take allergy meds down here in Corvallis, and wow, that is terribly bright. What happened yesterday is I thought that I'd be fine coming down here, just for 2 days. I thought that it would be fine. So, in the amount of time that we filmed yesterday for 6 hours,
Can you get the boom a little higher?
my eyes swelled up.
There you go.
Like right
That's
there.
it.
My eyes were like swollen. Can you get the thing out of my eyes? Holy crap! My eyes swelled up. I had what was it called? Nettle fever. Nettle fever, where you get like blotches of
Hay fever
red.
with nettle.
Well, hay fever and nettle something. I don't know. But I went and got some allergy meds last night and I've only taken one pill, and it's the world of difference. Like, I'm actually able to survive out here. It felt like I was an alien on a hostile planet. Don't squirt me. I'm allergic to water. I felt like an alien on a hostile planet. Like, and I was breathing in toxic air.
Yeah,
But note to you kids out there, bring your allergy meds when you go to a foreign place, or even somewhere 2 hours away.
Because it makes filming really suck.
It makes filming really suck if you have allergies. Because I couldn't even think. Like, I was like, what's the next? I felt like a zombie. Like, I was like, next shot. And I didn't know what to do, so. So I'm thinking one shot where Johnny puts all the stuff up.
Then you're like, yeah, they did.
One shot of me being like, oh, then cut back to maybe the one where he put it all over me. Yeah. That same wide. And then in that, I go. So I think when you burst out, that's that. We'll do that. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I think we did
Force
yesterday.
perspective.
Force,
So
yeah.
we'll do that when you break out.
So come, make sure you're on this side of it, and then reach down like that, and then that way. Okay. Just start on like this side.
So John, how was the shoot?
Oh no. Shoot went really poorly the first day. That's exactly what I said. The second day, we did much better today. We tried to get to the halfway point the first day, but made it about an eighth of the way into the video, which is really bad.
It usually turns out that way, though.
It does. You get momentum. You get momentum, but we didn't get as much momentum because, like what Braden was saying, the allergies just blasted us. So that happens.
And
but
we're big poo-boo babies, and we can't handle allergies while we film.
Well, yeah, okay. It wasn't just like, oh, I have to kind of sneeze. It was like, I can't see the monitor because my eyes are getting swollen.
Oh, so is that why your face is messed up right now?
No, it's usually
He's always ugly.
Hey, man.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Boom!
No, that
Kenny
face is
1,
fine right
John
now.
0.
And you look so pretty.
Thanks, Mom. Trains, trees, Arkansas, asphalt, cracks, and probably air.
What is that for?
What I think about to make YouTube happen.
Oh, what you have to. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in order to make YouTube happen, you have to have those things.
Mm-hmm.
That was perfect. That was the face that I'm looking for.
Roll the camera, roll the can a little towards me more.
It's all right. Yeah,
I got it, John.
All right. I'm starting with Braden now. All right.
Yeah.
Cut. We're good.
Cut.
And then don't make any action to get it or anything. Okay? Center is where Johnny is.
High production value.
So don't falling on the ground.
Falcon punch.
A close up of that.
Packs a punch.
The camera moves away. The Falcon punch can.
How's it going? World's best shade man here. I did so much this shoot. I gave the magical director a lot of shade. That's about it.
So your job is providing shade.
Yeah, I'd say I'm pretty practiced.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
So how was your first day on the job?
I'd say it was pretty fucking successful. I gave him a lot of shade. I gave some other people some shade. And I'd say mission accomplished.
Okay, so we just finished filming, and we're gonna go over a few things that went really well with the shoot, and some things that were not good. I'll talk about what's good.
So some stuff that we did ahead of time to prepare for this that really helped it go along smoothly while we were here was going over. We all sat down together and went over the idea. Johnny and John kind of came up with the idea. I don't know which one did, but of drinking energy drinks and then getting powers from it and blah blah blah. I kind of just like walked out from the bathroom and they were like, "Yo, energy drinks," and I was like, "All right, let's do it." And but then we all got together. Instead of just going from there, we sat down for a few hours and just kind of bounced ideas around, so we all had a good grasp of exactly what was going on. So a lot of times we'll come out and film, and only one person really knows what's going on, and then we got to teach everyone what to do as we go. But this time we all knew what we're getting ourselves into ahead of time. That really helped move things along smoothly. Another thing that was good was the location. One thing that's great, really important for locations, is finding like solitude. Finding a place where there's not a ton of people walking around. So a lot of times we'll go to Corvallis, which is about like an hour and a half away from Portland. Portland's a big city, but Corvallis is a small college town. So when we can get here, there's like no one around, and especially on weekends, you can find tons of like giant places like this where there's not like anyone within like 1,000 miles. So when you have people walking around while you're filming, that really sucks because you got to stop. And we had to do that a couple times here, but not nearly as much as when we do stuff in the city. So that's a really big deal, and that's one thing that sucks about LA, but doesn't suck about Portland and Corvallis. But the weather was great too. But then we ran into a lot of obstacles too, and John will talk to you about those things that we could definitely improve upon. John.
Yeah. Some things we could have improved upon this shoot is we definitely would have been better if we had a defined like shot list. We also didn't know exactly what the location was going to look like, so we got here and the first day kind of were like, okay, this is going to kind of work, maybe if we do it over here. So we had like to figure that out, which is like a hurdle that you don't really want to. We should have come like maybe even the first day just completely planned it out and like figured out the blocking of where everyone's going to go, how the fight's going to happen, but we did that kind of as we went. And that's, I think it's better to work in like stages and do like, okay, we're going to figure out where everyone needs to go first, and then we're going to come over here, and then we're going to figure out where the camera needs to move around, and then let's go shoot the shots, and then write down what each one, kind of like make up a shot list as you get to the spot, because what we had in our minds were different than how this whole space kind of turned out. So we had to like make some adjustments. Like we wanted Johnny to run into a wall, but we ended up being like, okay, he'll run into a basketball hoop because there's no walls around here. But that's what you got to be quick on your feet, and you got to come up with solutions to problems, and you just got to keep rolling. So moral of the story is just keep swimming.
There we go.
You look like you're 40 years old because your face is like darkened.
Hello, fellow kids. Yeah, I think one thing that we did really good that I think we could do in the future that worked out well for us was having like a small idea, because like an outline idea of how things go, like an order of events and stuff. Because when we got here, we kind of switched the idea up a little bit. But before we got here, we had like, all right, well, we want this to happen, this to happen, this to happen. But then a lot of stuff is dependent on environment. So where we started could have been over there like yesterday, but then we decided to do it here. And just like order of events, A to B, how do we get there as fast as possible without making it too complicated, but also keeping it kind of interesting was a good thing. Things we did poorly, and I think we could have done better, was
We let John do the camera work.
we let John come here with us this time. That was kind of a mistake.
That's mistake number one, and that's on you guys.
Maybe, I mean,
That's on you.
generally a rule of thumb that we like to have is 2 days to shoot. But for something like this, like coming here, because we're in Corvallis and we're from Portland, or we live in Portland, getting here like a day before, or coming in like scouting out beforehand, like a day beforehand would have been good. So technically 3 days, but actually shooting 2 days, because 1 day for scouting out the place. But for the last week, we've been thinking of ideas and making these kick-ass cans. So.
Cans
Yeah, that's another thing we did well. We got
Cans turned out really good.
Really, really well.
The props look cool.
I got to drink like 3 of them on set. That was great. I'm not sleeping at all today.
We got to get 3 cases of energy drinks, 2 Monster and 1 Rockstar, as tax write-offs.
Because they're for the video.
So, Follow us on Pinterest. Oh, we'll see you next time.
You left me out of my phone.
Rate you guys on Yelp.
Yeah, rate us on Yelp, follow us on Pinterest, and yeah, and then you can watch all our videos on Vimeo or eBombs
Live
World.
leak. Live leak.
Live leak.
Yeah.
See you next time.